Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this is some Birmingham street news about the trouble that occurred in Scarcity at the View Cinema yesterday. People took to Twitter initially to speak about a fight that had broken out in the queue for Blue Story, the movie created by Rapman, which has had really good reviews actually so far. And this is sort of like a bit of bad media coverage on the actual subject that it covers in regard to gang violence. The initial reports was that girls had started to fight, and then it started to gather up. I received footage of a girl being beaten on the floor, surrounded by other groups in the refreshment area. It seems that fights have broken out, and it seems like more than one from what the police have said. The initial report from West Midlands Police is that 5 teenagers have been arrested following major disorder involving up to 100 youths. It happened at 5:30 on Saturday. 2 machetes were seized during the trouble, which saw pockets of violence, and 7 police officers were left with minor injuries as they dealt with the crowds in and around the cinema. Dozens of police officers were sent to the complex after 999 calls were made at 5:30 reporting groups of youths with machetes. Management at the cinema made an independent decision to close the cinema for the evening. A dispersal order gave officers the power to move crowds on and arrest those who refused. By 9 p.m, the area was clear. A girl aged 13 and a boy aged 14 and a 19-year-old man. They were all arrested on suspicion of assaulting police officers. In addition, a boy aged 14 was held on suspicion of obstructing police. The officers hurt during the trouble had minor facial injuries. In addition to the machetes, a knife was recovered from a roundabout near the venue. Officers are working to understand the reason for the trouble. The Superintendent Ian Green from Birmingham Police said it was a major outbreak of trouble when people was just trying to enjoy a night out, because at the same time people was queuing to see Blue Story, there was a lot of families queuing to see Frozen 2, so there would have been a lot of young children there witnessing a lot of violence. So it's another bad luck for Birmingham and hosting something, so anything big that occurs. But at the same time, we have to understand that this is a lot of children. That could be many reasons as to why school kids will be going to watch similar films and obviously maybe bumping into people that they don't like. But something else that arose in the papers, the police haven't mentioned anything specifically about this yet, but a lot of people have sent them the picture of these young teenagers with weapons in what was said to be Pepe's chicken. We'll just go for the Birmingham Mail. 7 cops were injured while controlling brawling scenes outside Birmingham's entertainment complex, Scarcity, in Birmingham, in Nechells. Kids queued up to see Frozen 2 also on the night, but this picture emerged of a child. He could be under 14 to be honest, but some of them may be a bit older, and he's waving a machete just on camera to a member of the public. I have no idea what the context of the situation is, why they have no regard for covering up their faces, why they're even doing it. It's very worrying, and of course people was like, how are the parents not even knowing this is going on? It's a good point. You need to be knowing what your children are doing, who they're hanging around with, and also if they've ever held a knife. How many parents are really actually asking their child that? Ask your child if they have been involved without getting into trouble. You know what I mean? Because if they think they're going to get in trouble by talking to you, they may not want to do that. So do need to sit down and have a good chat with your kids to find out to the degree of any involvement they may have, because it's very difficult nowadays for these young lads to be on road and to have no involvement whatsoever. So luckily there has been no reports of anybody that's been stabbed. I've heard rumours of firearms, that there is no firearms. Police have found no firearms. I have heard nothing about firearms either. Sometimes it always gets exaggerated, but at the same time, let's hope that this doesn't happen again. But I really want to hear what people's thoughts are on this, so please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and there'll be plenty more news on the way. Thank you, peace.